A lovely afternoon from India. And this is your host, Supriya Kumar Velan from Business Power Academy, Netherlands. And welcome to this tempestuous afternoon, lovely evening, and a good morning to all the global empire souls who are watching us live on this great global talk show. And this talk show, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be super, super fantastic because we have a super energetic guest, Parul Begum. Parul, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Supriya, for the opportunity. Lovely to hear. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
Great. Well, Parul needs not any introduction, but still, she is an international keynote speaker, life and leadership coach, international best-selling author, and today we all are excited to see her incredible journey and inspirational journey, which will inspire, transform millions of people today on this global talk show. So let's welcome Parul and let's start our most awaited talk show, that is Global Talk Show with Parul Begum. Well, Parul, I am so excited to know about your incredible journey, which you are transforming today live. So, want to know what you are, what you're doing, and how you have reached to this level at today.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Supriya, for asking the question. What I'm going to do is to give you a bit of my life journey. I'm going to take you back to my childhood. So I was born in Bangladesh, but brought up in England. Now, as a young child growing up in Bangladesh, I think when I started high school, age of 11, what I've seen that time, I noticed that discrimination against girls. Because we were going villages, was only private high school. There was no government school. I lost half of my girlfriends to high school because parents only could afford their one child education, mean boys were chosen against girl. Same India, I think quite a lot of Asian countries we've seen when the parents rely boys going to be earning and giving them the income, look after them, and girls will be married off. So that really hurt me because I lost more than half of my friends not going to high school, and they become like their mother, working in the household, doing all the household chore and everything, and then get married off early age and doing same thing in their in-laws. So moving to England as a teenager, I faced another hurdle, and that was I was really good at science. I really wanted to be a doctor, physician. But having English as a second language, I was not allowed to take my GCSE as English. Instead, my teacher put into a certificate GCSE English in science. And every other subject we were getting help because our second language was English. So that really put me off, but being good at maths, I became an accountant. But because my love for people means since I was an end of high school, I started to voluntary work. And that time, England, forced marriage, domestic violence was very high in Asian community, especially Bangladeshi and Pakistani community was really high. So I started to do lots of mediation work and charity work in the local community, helping girls to go to university. I mean, I was the only girl, Supriya, in my whole year group in my university as a Bengali girl. Bengali Muslim girl, the only girl out of 75 students.
Amazing.
None of the girls in my state went to university. They finished their education by college, got married off. Yeah. But what I've seen that time in, especially the East London boroughs I was living in, because of marrying girls to back home, there's a difference between girls and boys. Lots of opinion, domestic violence went high, divorce rate was really high. So I started writing in local community newspaper as an end of teenage kind of like. But I was trolled by men, especially those men who came from back home as a married man. But because their lifestyle, their mentality different, they didn't understand the mentality of girls in here. And girls were also married at a very young age. So, so that's kind of my life journey begin as a, say, woman kind of activist or woman, giving women a voice. Yeah. In terms of working career, so I started working from young age, and then went to university. I got a really good job in a big company. Again, working with girls, education, training. So I worked part-time for university level, really. And as soon as I graduated, I became a manager. I was promoted quite quickly because I was a high achiever, but I faced another hurdle. Being a colored, youngest woman on the team, I was bullied by white, middle-aged male colleagues, my team members. They were jealous because how come a young girl become a manager? And then next level. But this did not stop me, because every time they said, Parul, this need to be done that way, I went on learning. I didn't see the bullying aspect of it until 2 years later, when I was pointed out by my new manager saying, Parul, you've been bullied. I say, no, because when you're young, you just want to learn more. I just went and run. But in a way, that gave me a different level of understanding, and also the level of kind of took me to the next level, really understanding human, understanding people, why bullying and harassment, all the things happen in the organization. But same time, I was actually doing lots of lobbying against forced marriages, and Baroness Scotland that time introduced the forced marriage legislation. So girls and boys were not allowed to get married until age of 21 in back home. So that gave me a level of protection. Now, 2019, I was doing a survey. Forced marriage in Bangladeshi community went to 2%. However, Pakistani community still remain 40% because there's more work need to be done on Pakistani community. They are one of the hurdles, especially women and men. When I was doing lots of community work during COVID, what I've seen is the differences between women's and men's voice.
Yes.
So the challenge is still there in the community, but more people need to come forward from that community to eliminate that. So my passion, always, Supriya, is women's freedom, women's voice, women's empowerment, not just mentally, but financially. So they don't stay in a relationship just for money. Because that's what I've seen during COVID. I did loads of coaching work with women who are going through domestic violence, and some of them going for 40 years, even our own Asian community. That's what I have specialized in. I was referred to women who've been 40 years in a marriage just because they don't know what to do, because they've been married at a very young age. And they got children, their children married off, but they're still getting and domestic violence is not just physical beating, is more emotional. And the people emotionally already gone, like my life is gone, what I'm going to do now? So people lose hope. And I'm going to give message later, but I just want to say, we only have one life. We have to live it. As a woman, men, we all are equal. We are all human beings, see from the perspectives. So I'm here all to support women.
Wow, this is really lovely. And Parul, just to believe me, I felt that it is a great message. Even it is a first question, but you have given a great global message that we get life only once. So you have to live the fullest one. And
Absolutely.
the way you are protecting women, you're empowering them, you're motivating them, that's really, really an incredible one. And I'm supporting you all the way. My talk show, my global talk show, people will be supporting you for your great global cause, because empowering a woman, when you are making a woman strong, you're not making only one woman. In fact, you are making a nation strong. And that's what you are doing, Parul. So I congratulate you and I wish you all the best in your career, in your success, and the noble work which you are doing. And a hats off to you for your great global work. Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to work together on this, Supriya,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, Parul, we know about your incredible journey and the way you said about you lost your halfway for girls and this. So it was lovely to know. But in this duration, this course of life journey, what kind of challenges you really faced? And the most important thing, I would love to know how you have overcome those, hard, gritty challenges and how you have moved on in life. We would love to know that. Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to just give you a scenario, Supriya. Imagine you are locked in a room with 5 of your elders, extended elders, family member, and you are just end of your teenager in second year of university. all you could hear is breathing of these people, and they're pressurizing you to marry your cousin. You feel trapped. Your parents not with you. They are miles in the UK. And you just saying to yourself, no, I'm not going to let this happen to me. I've got a whole career. I want to get a job. I want to buy a house. I want to help my parents and my siblings. More you saying no, you feeling your voice fading out because nobody listening. And because they are your elders, you feel like to say yes. Slowly you feel you can't breathe anymore.
Very true.
Yeah. And suddenly you just wake up, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm a fighter. And you escape. And you look forward to your journey of life. 6, 7 years later, you found yourself similar situation, but slightly differently. Your extended family want you to get married to your cousin. You said no to 5, 6 years ago. Now this time you are strong. You found your own husband, and you got consent of your immediate family, and you arrange marriage. But that particular cousin who always wanted you to marry their cousin, not talking to you. So Supriya, it's been 20 years. My first cousin doesn't talk to me. Yeah, because I married my choice. So that's what happened to me. Yeah, and that's what happened to lots of girls who can't speak up. And because I was able to speak up and say no and say yes to my choice, no to their choice, I'm living with my choice. Yeah. Now, other challenges, I lost my father while I was in university before I got married, second year. And for me, life, that gave me the biggest learning of my life. Watching him dying for a month, he was intensive care. He was very healthy, and suddenly he was taken to hospital for minor complication. He ended up losing his life, his battle. And watching his, when you watch the barometer, the oxygen level going down the screen. And for me, that gave me the power of, like, my dad left me responsible looking after my disabled mother and my siblings. And I think that gave me more strong power to stand up for myself, but also stand up for those who find hard to speak up, giving the voice to the voiceless. Also, I think one of the things I want to say that living with heart feeling is not easy. I lived with heart feeling for 20 years, especially the hospital, who did not treat my dad on time. I always blame them because that time I didn't had all the support to grow as a, personal growth and everything else. But same hospital 20 years later saved my brother's life. And that's the time I was able to forgive the hospital. And I just wanted to say to the audience is forgiveness is a powerful tool. When you are able to forgive somebody, some organization, you are able to move forward. We only have one life, so don't hang on to those negative experiences. And then experience of my workplace with all the bullying for years, not just single person, multiple bullies. But at my second job, when I went to my second job after losing my job after 16 years, I quit soon as the bullying started. And I just thought I had enough. I'm not going to take this anymore. And I was able to recognize it. But you know what? That made me more stronger. And I achieved more from that. And in my life, professional bullying recently happened last year as well. I walked out next day, so I'm not taking it. And I fed back. And I'm supporting those women who's going through that now. So is challenges going to be there, but it's about us. If we make ourselves stronger, we can go through any battle, any challenges. Road is zigzag, but we can make our road straight. The way we think, the way we behave, and that makes us who we are.
This is lovely. I must say, Parul, the way you told the road is zigzag, but still we can make according to our will, our road. And that matters a lot, Parul. You told about your journey of being bullied professionally, being bullied personally, and the way you gave touch, emotional touch, when you saw the oxygen level tripping down of your father, and that made you more strong. And it's really true. I really reciprocate the same. The more you face adversities, the more you face challenges, it's really preparing you for something bigger in your life. And that's called transformation. So I can see very well in your life journey, in your challenges. This is really, really awesome and incredible. And trust me, all the global audience which are watching live today, they are getting a lot of zest, lot of zeal, and lot of inspiration from your life journey. And they are going to prove, yes, challenges will never ever break us. Rather, it will make us, it will motivate us, it will inspire us, and they all will get transformed. So thank you so much, Parul, for this loveliest answer. And you have touched my life too. And I'm feeling so, so inspired, so, so motivated by your loveliest answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, Parul, we know you as a life and transformation coach, an international speaker, and even I have seen you are the CEO of Azra Coaching Company. I would love to know about your professional work now. You're also an award-winning author, and this is really great about your books, about your coaching industry. Please enlighten us.
Sure. Well, thank you very much for asking the question, Dr. Supriya. Yes, so I'll give you a bit more background on my professional life. So when I was working hard, went into that level of journey, high level of as a director, I went to maternity leave, had my second child, went back after a year, found myself with a white envelope in my hand while walking into the job after a year. Opened the envelope and there was my redundancy notice saying, we will no longer need you. I went 4 months of depression saying, what? I gave 16 and a half years. I got multi-million pound for the company. I managed multi-million pound budget. And now you're saying you don't need me? The emotion, leaving a breastfeeding child at home, going to work, handed the redundancy, and the emotion was coming down on me. I said, what happening? Why I've been done for? Also, Priya, thank God that was happened. That made me who I am now. But that time I was very low. I got myself some coaching, and to deciding what to do next once the job is gone. And one day I was traveling through underground. In UK it's called underground. I know India is called metro. I was traveling underground. I saw this advert and it says female property investing. 2-hour session. I went in, all the women there. I end up buying 3 days course, and then I end up buying 3 days of mentorship, which cost me a lot of money. But the money was not, and I was saying, that's going to take half of my redundancy money. What I'm going to do? But you know what? I just said, no, I'm going to just go with the opportunity. So say always yes to opportunity. I went with that 3 days course. I became so strong within that 3 days. I immediately bought 3 properties as a professional investor. But because I love working with children and families and women, I went back to work. But same time, I was growing personally with my personal growth journey. So I did my coaching qualification as a life and leadership coach. And I did quite a lot of other training with some of the biggest training gurus and in the world. So when I went to second job, within 2 years, I recognized there's a bullying culture. I raised it, nothing happened. I walked out. I said, you know what? I need to give time to my children as well. I've been working mother. And also I want to do something different. So I walked out of my job, and that's the biggest decision I've done. So while I was carrying on with property investing and teaching my best friends and my families how to invest, I also started looking at my coaching. Then COVID hit, and all my friends, ex-colleagues, started referring me to women who were going through domestic violence. As you know, Dr. Supriya, during COVID, domestic violence went really high because both partners are home, husband and wife, partner over, and face to face. And then children, you become a teacher for, I became a teacher for my 2 children. So there's lots went on, and proximity does matter. When you are face to face and 24/7, 7 days a week, things go higher. domestic violence went off. So I start talking to women who are going through domestic violence. They were asking for every single advice: divorce, childcare, housing, money. I became a one-stop shop. Year later, I just thought, I'm not helping these women much because they need to do something for themselves. So I then found Boost Your Confidence Academy. What I realized after the research and working with women, that if I can give them confidence, they can stand up for themselves, they can create the life they deserve, and that's what they need. And that's how I found my academy called Boost Your Confidence Academy. And I've created a 7-step formula called, is a 7 weeks online program, Zoom meetings and homework and everything online. So anybody can join from anywhere in the world. Take them through a steps how I recovered and how I became successful following the formula. So is it tried and tested formula? So it's not about me, it's all about the formula they have created that helps women to take a journey, realize and focus on future, really what they want to do, and leave the present, leave the future at present, because that's really important, because we see the future, but we don't live on it. We need to live on it. And when you start living the future and present, things happens, because you start taking action, start taking small habits, one step at a time, taking a small habit every day, gratitude, all the things helps. So that's the reason of me choosing, opening the Boost Your Confidence Academy for people. But also my other side is my property investing. I now teach women to become financially free through property investing. And that's something I also found that, when women need to be empowered, also financially, men is not a financial bucket. Yeah. Lots of olden days, parents say, oh, I want my daughter to marry off a rich man. Rich man will give everything. A rich man is not everything. Is the love, is the respect. When there is a respect in a relationship, all the other complication goes down, because there is a respect and there is a love between two people. There is no superior and inferior, in there. And that's what people need, the respect for each other. So I always say to women, doesn't matter your husband is rich or super rich, do something for yourself, what you like. Be independent. If your husband want to pay for everything, let him pay, but you got something for yourself. So, when it's come to decision making, you don't make a decision based on finances. You make decision on what is best for you, for your family, for everyone. So that's my 7-step formula for both for life and leadership coaching, but also for property investing.
Wow, this is really amazing. And Parul, you have given a very great message to all the women who are watching. Do something for yourself that makes you happy, rather than depending totally on your partner for paying your bills, and that you have to do by your own. And it is really inspiring and it's really amazing. Parul, we also know that you are an award-winning author. Tell me something about your books. What has inspired you most about these books? And I would love to know about these 2 books, which you have mentioned in your bio. And yes, let's go on.
Yeah. So my first ebook was the 7-Step to Unshakable Confidence. And then my second book I've written ebook is that's 7 days, Boost Your Confidence 7 days, which I'm going to be publishing soon. So you'll be in public demand, like domain in Amazon. But with the one I've won award, that was is an anthology of group of women came together from around the world to talk about their story, their journey, how they broke societal expectation to become who they wanted to become. And it's called, is volume 2, sorry, just the name gone from, so I'll come to the book a bit later, how I go into it. But for me, getting into a book project was really important, because sometimes we keep things inside and we don't bring it out and we suffer. When you write, when you put things in a paper, you it comes from inside you, but also you teaching other people how to deal with adversity, how to deal with situation in your life. I think one of the things is we sometimes feel like there is nobody there to listen. But what we don't understand that our story, just one story, could change so many people's life. So I would say to all the women who is out there, if you have a story to tell, if you have a voice, write it down. Come to podcasts like this. I also do, as you know, I'm also a podcaster. Come to podcasts like this and tell your story, because your story is powerful. Yeah, and that's the reason I kind of took part on the book project. And I'm doing another book project with another group of women called Book of the Era as well. So yeah, as Strong and Free Volume 2, you can find in Amazon. There was Volume 1 before I took part, but Strong and Free Volume 2 is in Amazon, and is a story of group of women from across the world. So feel free to read it. Lots of inspiring story. When I read other women's story, my tears was coming down to my eyes. Just listening to other people's story, but also sense of relief. There are lots of things we face in life is common with other people, but is understanding how other people dealt with it. It makes you more stronger. Yes, I don't need to stay in the issues that are going on in my head. I can move forward. I can take control of my mind, and we have to take control of our mind. When we take control of our mind, we can do anything in the world. Nothing can stop us. And that's what we need to focus on, taking control of our mind.
This is really great. When we take control of our life, mind, you can control anything in this world. And that's what Parul has told today. And I wish her all the best in her journey. And I will also request my viewers, please go through her book. It will really inspire you, motivate you, and change you, transform you. So that's called The Magic of Books, which I'm also going to get through Amazon, my copy, and I'm going to transform my life too. So thank you, Parul, for this loveliest journey. And now one question is coming in my mind. You have gone through many hurdles, so many challenges, and so many great things. But in your life, have you ever faced any, you can say, a wow moment or aha moment in your life, which you would love to share with us today?
Sure. As I kind of took you through my journey of, hurdle, but also balancing life as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter of, among my siblings, eldest in the family member, there was a lot of balancing I needed to do, And now, because I always wanted to give quality life to my children, since I walked out of that job, I'm living my dream, because every school holiday, I don't work, Supriya. I go on holiday. Holiday doesn't have to be expensive. You can enjoy holiday in your country as well as abroad. So every school holiday, I spend time with my family. I took my children out. We go on road trips. We go on abroad. I don't work. And the business gave me the freedom. The property gave me the freedom. The business gave me the freedom. Now I say, wow, I'm able to live my life. My life, I wanted to have time for myself, time for my kids. I'm doing, and now lots of people approaching me. I mean, I speak in international stages. People approach me. I don't go and ask, can I speak? People approach me because they see my story. They see how I'm growing. People approach me, Parul, can you teach me how to do this? So for me, that's what I wanted. I wanted to pass my gift. And I'm now able to pass my gift to other people, especially women and children. I mean, I coach anyone, but I specialize on female and teenagers. I mean, I haven't mentioned, Supriya, I also coach teenagers in school on life and leadership coaching, so they can create. And teenager is lovely to coach with, because they transform so quickly. 2 to 3 sessions, they just transform. So for me, that's the wow moment, that I'm able to impact many lives. And that's why I've taken more onto technology and international platform through social media and everyone, because I want the message to go abroad internationally, being able to speak international platform. So I'm not just in where I live in, but across the globe. I want women to take the power and take the control in their hand for their life, for their, personal development. everything, you are in control, and live the future at present and enjoy the moment, because we only go one life. Your child yes, as a mother, you always think of your child, but remember, you have to breathe first. So put your mask on first before you put the mask on your child. Because if you can't breathe, your child can't breathe because you can't look after them. So always think you first. Do some self-care, which is really important.
This is Parul, you said you have snatched my words. You have to breathe first rather when you put the mask to other. And this is really true, Parul. When you love yourself, when you respect yourself, and when you are happy, then only you can make your surroundings happy, your people happy. And that matters a lot, Parul. I must say one thing, that yes, you have been an inspiration for women, for thousands of families you're supporting. And most important thing, when you make anybody happy, that's the biggest reward, or you can say award of a person, when we just wipe the tears, make them smile. And that's what you have done, Parul, through your work, through your coaching. And I really appreciate and I really respect from the bottom core of my heart. Well, I want to know, what is Parul's mission and where she would love to see herself in the next 5 years? Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a great question. My mission definitely to pass my gift to women, every country, every society. I want to inspire people to look after themselves, to grow themselves, to take care of themselves and take control of their destiny. So I want to make sure the message goes through. Personally, I'm already traveling. I want to travel the world. I want to experience every single culture, food. I love international, meeting people internationally. And I've recently been to TV show, hosting some program, and I love to myself see more on those bigger platform, so the message is passed across the globe, and enjoy my life as well as teaching others. Have more quality time with my children. For me, my children, my family is really important. That's my value, family. And I think when we focus on our value, we can give more. For me, live the life you deserve and give more. More I grow myself, I can give more. And that's what my mission is, keep giving.
This is really a great mission, and I am sure, Parul, you are going to accomplish it in a very great manner. The dreams which you are seeing and the work which you are doing for the mankind, especially women, it's really, really great. And it's really, really pious, the pious work. This word is very important, because sometimes we do only work which benefits to us. But sometimes when we are making our society benefited, and it is really, really great, Parul. So thank you so much. And before I say bye, I would love to know your great message to our global audience who are watching you today.
Yeah, my message will be, as I mentioned, we have one life. Do not live on your negative experiences. Whatever happened, we go through different experiences. Some people go through small experience, some people big, but you got to live. Because if you don't give chance to your life, who else going to give you? So you have to take control of your life and give your life a chance. Forgive yourself, forgive others just for you, not for them. Sometimes it's not easy to forgive others, but you just remember one thing, you forgiving them for you to grow on inside, so you can move forward with that life and live future at present. Enjoy the moment and look at your purpose, why you are created in this world. We all got gift of life, and don't let that gift die off before you actually die. See yourself in the deathbed that you don't want to, that you actually wanted to do something, I couldn't do it. So make yourself in that position that when I die, I don't want to regret. I want to die this way. Leave a legacy. Whatever your mission is give your life a life, mean a full life. And you can do it if you take control of your mind.
This is really great. And what a powerful message Parul has given today. that you have got one life. You have to lead this one life in a very beautiful manner. And the form which you got, a one human being life, you have to cherish it from the bottom core of my heart. And once again, Parul, I thank you so much from the bottom core of my heart and soul that you spared a very great time with us. You have given a number of wisdom of nuggets, knowledge of wisdom of nuggets to our audience. And I am sure after going through your book, and I will request my audience to go through our book. It is easily available on Amazon, or you can contact Parul and make your life transformed one. Go through our book, and I can guarantee you, you can change your life in a second. And that's the promise I can give it to you today on this global talk show platform. Once again, Parul, thank you so much. It's great and lovely being with you, cherishing of your incredible journey and taking lots of inspiration even in my life too. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Supriya, for the opportunity. And if people want to connect with me, I'm on Boost Your Confidence Academy in LinkedIn, Instagram, Life and Leadership Coach _ so they can connect with me as well.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, my global audience, for always loving and inspiring us. Keep doing that. Stay happy. Hail and hearty. Bye-bye from India now.
Thank you. Bye.